From Giuseppe's studio, it's the Lombardi and JP Talk Sports Podcast. I'm your boy, Scotty P. They, them boys, Lombardi and JP. And the Cowboys rode into Jersey and MetLife and rode on out of town with a victory. The expected W. And Jerry showed us how he felt all about it after the game. How did these boys feel about it? Are they impressed with the impressive margin of victory? And do they expect a repeat performance in Charlotte this week? Let's find out now on Lombardi and JP. Here we go. All right, gentlemen, welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. I mean, it's like we got to win. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, a win. Anytime you get a win, things are good. So I'm doing fine as well.
And it wasn't like a stressful win. It was a win. It was like a dominating win.
You know what? We'll get into it, but the first drive when they came down 66 yards and the defense looked like terrible again, I said, oh, God, here we go again, but we'll save it.
Kind of like the Packers game. That opening drive, you're like, oh, boy, here we go.
That's exactly what I said. I said, oh, thank God, I'll take the 3 and be happy, or give up the 3 and be happy.
Yeah, and then look how it turned out. All right, JP, what do we have for headlines this week?
Well, there's some help coming on the way. I don't know if you're going to call it help, but Jonathan Mingo and Carson, the cornerback, is coming back from IR. They're going to be opening their 21-day practice window, which means that they have 3 weeks to practice, and if they feel good, they could be on to the active roster, sign on the active roster. If not, they have to go back on season-ending IR. So hopefully Carson can come back and help that secondary that needs a lot of help. Other good news is that Stephen Jones reported that Tyler Booker and CeeDee Lamb are getting close to coming back. It could be in a matter of weeks, hopefully sooner than later for them as well. Since we had 4 guys out last week against the Jets on the offensive line. So hopefully we'll get Tyler Booker back on that line. Another is Tyler Guyton is likely to play against the Panthers this week. So it'd be great to have him back at tackle. So it's... Man, this season's been plagued with injuries, not just for the Cowboys, but all around the NFL. It's been kind of rough to watch your fantasy teams kind of go down as well. But hopefully we're going to get some help along the way in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to see get to the bye, see where we're at the bye, and then see BB for sure. And Overshown hopefully will be back, because even more than Carson, I got to be honest with you, I'm not totally sold on him. He does nothing for me. But Overshown is going to be a guy to be reckoned with once that bye comes back, and hopefully his ACL holds up. We're going to be looking pretty good with him.
Everson Wall said that Carson is he's looking forward to having him back. So
yeah, well, I'm not Everson.
Maybe he knows something we don't know.
Maybe Everson knows what he's talking about.
I'm not Everson.
Who knows? All right. Well, and you have to be impressed with how the offensive linemen who stepped up into those backup roles, basically, or from backup into the starting roles, you got to be impressed with how they've performed so far, right?
They were great. I mean, I know I talked about it and I built them up a little bit last week. Nate Thomas held up over at left tackle and protecting Dak Prescott. I mean, he wasn't a superstar. He's not a Pro Bowler, but I'm going to be honest with you, he did the job. And not only did he do the job, you got to remember, on the side of him, right next to him at left guard, we had Hakeem Adeniji. And I know I probably ruined his name, but Hakeem over at left guard was no superstar either. So you're dealing with the whole left side of the offensive line very weak, and to play that well as guys that aren't even supposed to be in uniform on the practice squad, never mind the right side with Hoffman at center and right guard with TJ Brass, and obviously Terrence Steele over there as well. But, 4 out of 5 offensive linemen to stand up and to play the way they did, that was the big piece of the game for me.
And obviously that opened up a lot for our offense, right? So I know you're going to talk about Dak Prescott, so I won't get into that.
Sure.
But, guys that did, just, again, having a great season is Javonte Williams. He is just a bowling ball, going out there, just rolling over people. He broke out some pretty long runs. He had 135 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was just amazing to see him still on pace for one of his career best, right? Like so far in 5 weeks, he's just been a staple on our offense. But I mean, the big guy, which I'll let you go into, Joe, is Dak Prescott. Oh my God, like he is playing at an MVP level.
So here's the thing with Dak Prescott. Last week, I should have went into a little bit more detail, and I'm going to take a minute or two and explain myself. I made a comment last week that I said Dak Prescott is by far having the best season of his career. He looks more mobile. He looks more youthful. He's throwing the ball with conviction. He looks awesome. Last 2 games, I'm going to take just the last 2 games. Last 2 games, Prescott is 49 for 69, given 71% of his passing completions, totaling about 556 yards with 7 TTs. But the big thing is this, 0 interceptions. How great is that? 1 rushing touchdown, big deal. He's not rushing. But on the season, let's look at this. Dak's passing 1,356 yards. He's got 10 touchdown passes, and he's got only 3 interceptions on the year, completion-wise at 73%. He's averaging 7 a yard. His passing rating is 101, and his rushing attempts are 12, so he's moving when he has to move. He is having the season of his life, and it's because we have what you said, Javonte Williams. We have a run game with a guy in the backfield that can take the ball and rip out 66 yards. They have to protect for the run. It's not just about Dak.
It reminds you of his rookie season when they had Zeke as a rookie and Dak as a rookie. Zeke took a lot of pressure off Prescott, and then through the bootlegs, the play action passes, those really helped Dak early in his career in his rookie year. And we can't forget, like, Dak had no CeeDee Lamb after early week 3, when he went down with the high ankle sprain. He's doing this without his top weapon. So Pickens stepped up, Ferguson stepped up. We have a guy named was it Flournoy?
Flournoy,
Yeah,
and I was going to mention he's awesome.
Yeah, he had a great game last week. 6 receptions, 114 yards. It's like these. And don't think about Tolbert. Tolbert also has some crazy catches against Green Bay. He's still a pretty reliable receiver as well. So Dak's doing this with a group of guys that not household names. CeeDee Lamb, the guy, is not there, and that impresses me the most, that Dak can throw those kind of numbers up with his crew with no offensive line. Right? Yeah, we have a good running game, but no offensive line, and a bunch of receivers that we didn't know who they're going to be at the beginning of the year.
Well, we always said
no offensive line. Excuse me, no offensive line. Do you mean at the beginning of the year we didn't know what offensive line we had? Or are you saying right now we have no offensive line?
It's unproven. It's really unproven though.
Right.
Like we're Cowboys fans, and we know them. We know their names. If you ask all NFL fans, hey, who plays center for the Cowboys? Nobody's going to say BB. Nobody's going to say Tyler Guyton. We know him because we're home. Like,
Not this early in the season.
I hear you, but Tyler Smith is a household name because he's one of the best in the league. We have him on our offensive line. Terrence Steele isn't that great. He's not like a Pro Bowl player.
I think what we're missing is this, and it just goes back to the simple coaching. Next man up. We've seen all over the league in the NFL, people are going down. Tyreek Hill's down. I can go on forever. This is not a non-Dallas Cowboy show, so I'm not gonna. But my point is this: when somebody gets hurt, CeeDee Lamb, this Flournoy knows it's his turn to step up. 5 catches, 114 yards, and he's making a sound to say, hey, listen, even when CD gets back, I'm not so sure you can sit me on the sideline.
Do you know who Flournoy worked out with at the Columbine? You guys know?
Combine.
Combine, sorry.
Not Colorado.
Yeah, sorry. Do you know who it was?
No, I don't.
It was Chris Carter. Chris Carter worked out with him there, and
he's done that before.
Yeah, he ran a 4.44 40-yard dash with Chris Carter, and like he was mentoring him during that process. So it's pretty cool to know. And he did say, like, a couple years ago, you're gonna know this kid's name in the NFL. He's got all the skills to be a top receiver.
Yeah, he's got impressive highlight film from college. If you get a chance to look at his highlight film from college, you see some of the grabs that he makes. But Chris Carter, he's done a lot of that at the Combine, and speaking to the rookies when they come in, he's been heavily involved in that.
You know what his biggest impressive play is when they had, I think it was an offside call, and Dak and him, for not playing all season together, they were able to recognize, hey, listen, we got a free play here. And they were able to connect on a broken play for about, 20, 25 yards downfield. So this kid's a good ball player. Watch for him.
Okay. And my only point is that, so my question, which I don't want you guys to answer, we got to move on here, but to go back to the offensive line. Does Javonte Williams, not to take anything away from Javonte, but is he that good of a runner without an offensive line that's performing like it is right now? Dak, is he having an MVP year? Some have even already thrown out the MVP letters for Dak this early, the way he is playing, to your point, Lombardi. But does he do that without that offensive line performing against these supposed defensive lines like the Jets and the Packers?
There's no defense. I mean, we don't have an offensive line right now. You're playing 4 guys. Javonte Williams ran for 100. I think JP said this. He ran for 135 yards. Those 4 guys that were on the offensive line against the Jets, and I know we're going to talk about the Jets, 0-4 Jets, and they stink, and is it more the Jets or not? We'll get into that. But focus on this. These guys didn't even have a uniform last week. They were on the practice squad. They didn't have a job. We needed 4 guys that said, hey, can you play football on Sunday?
And my point, Lombardi, there's been no drop-off. You lose that many starters, and these guys come in, and there's no drop-off.
I'll agree with Jerry Jones. It's coaching. When Dak Prescott drops back to throw, he gets it out quick. He's not holding on to the ball. And if he is holding on to the ball, he's bootlegging out away from the pressure. The Javonte Williams is running through people. Like, he's not a running
You're
back.
not seeing necessarily huge holes.
No.
You're talking about the power and the aggressiveness that he's running with.
Yeah, we'll have to look up his stat, but I think run after contact. I'd love to see how many average yards that is, because like, he is just the one that he ran for like 50 yards plus. He was people dragging his jersey down, like he was like on the offensive line. He was going through them and getting killed, and then he somehow popped out and then ran away.
I think what we're looking at is this: we have not seen in Dallas for a long time a runner that runs north and south. Okay. And I think what you're seeing is that this kid, Javonte Williams, and I'm not blowing him up to be something he's not, but this kid, Javonte Williams, is a tough kid. He's not breaking outside. He's up the middle, hitting a pocket, hitting a hole, and onto the secondary. So he's the type of runner that's going to be very successful, I think, in Dallas.
I totally agree. I think it's just we haven't had this in a while. I totally agree with you that it's awesome to have it back, having a heavy runner.
All right, yeah, and maybe a blessing in disguise having Lamb go down with the injury and these other players stepping up. 1 week it's Pickens, the next week it's Flournoy. Now you get Lamb back hopefully in the coming weeks, and now hopefully you get a cohesive unit really playing together, and Dak can pick and choose. All right, so I want to take this moment to remind you and thank you for tuning into the Lombardi and JP Talk Sports podcast, reminding you that wherever you get your podcasts, be sure to subscribe, follow, and like. We are here for you every week with all your Cowboys news, information, and opinions. Also, the Lombardi and JP Talk Sports podcast is powered by Lee Creative Media. Ready to make your brand unforgettable? At Lee Creative Media LLC, we create scroll-stopping, stunning photography, high-impact video, and bold social media that gets results. Lee Creative Media, where your story gets seen. All right, gentlemen, looking now at the Panthers. We are facing a familiar friend in a running back who had a great week last week. Rico Dowdle led all rushers last week with 206 yards, an average of 9 yards per carry. Are we going to be able to contain our old friend, Mr. Dowdle?
It's going to be tough. I mean, he totally manhandled the Dolphins defense, and the Dolphins don't have a horrible defense, but yeah, he totally just took advantage of it. I mean, 206 yards and a touchdown. I think he's the only third running back in Carolina history with 200-plus yards. It was D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart, if you guys remember who those guys were back in the day. But I mean, will we be able to stop him? I don't know. Our defense right now, our rushing defense, is ranked 23rd in the NFL. They allow 127 yards per game, so that doesn't make me feel too great. Because we talked about the last couple of weeks that we feel good about the Cowboys rush defense with Kenny Clark and those guys, but we are dead last in the NFL in total defense, in passing defense. Passing defense, we allow 284 yards per game. So Bryce Young, we can't overlook him as well because he's having a good year for himself. He started off, he got benched for Andy Dalton, right? And then last year he took the starting role over again. And this year he's kind of putting it together a decent season for the Panthers. They won a couple games. They're 2-3. They're kind of in our ballpark right now for record-wise. So again, this Dowdle does scare me, but I think Bryce Young, with being better with accuracy than Justin Fields was last week, he definitely scares me more than Dowdle.
Dowdle does not scare me. Dowdle does not scare me. He is an average running back. He had a great week and he put up some great numbers. He is I think his comment to the Cowboys was he's already mouthing off like he's this Pro Bowler. I mean, buckle up. I mean, come on, man, really?
Yeah.
Like, come on, shut up. You had 1 week that you seem to put up some numbers. You're playing on the Panthers. They're 2-2 as well. 2-3. I don't see the Panthers. The Cowboys did what they needed to do with the Jets, and I know we didn't really chat about it, but they were 0-4. You went in there and you did what you had to do. The score was ended way closer than the game was played.
Right.
And I think the Cowboys, what they need to do is they need to play run first, because I don't think their offense is that strong, and we're not going to let Dowdle beat us. So we need to bring another man up in the box. We need to stop the run first, stop the run, and we need to manhandle the Panthers and make another statement this week that hey, our defense is getting better, because you are right. In every category, every defensive category, we're the bottom 3 or 4 teams. I mean, bottom 3 or 4 in rankings.
Yeah, but watching watching the whole season, watching our defense, Justin Fields could have hit some pretty big throws, and he was just not accurate. If he hit those throws, the game looks completely different. If you looked at halftime, I remember Rex Ryan saying on ESPN that he thought the Jets were going to come back and win that game because Justin Fields had some pretty good looks, but Garrett Wilson down the field, like he just couldn't connect these passes.
Let me interrupt real quick.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that you said that is absolutely wrong, and you're going to hear it here on the show, is that you're listening to Rex Ryan. That is absolutely obnoxious. That guy is about as obnoxious as they come. Rex Ryan. Are you kidding me? Come on, JP. You're better than that.
Been in the NFL
you're
forever.
Better than
He's
that.
one of the best defensive coordinators.
Oh my God!
I think he's a great defensive coordinator.
We should have hired him.
He went to 3
Should have hired him.
AFC Championship games with the Jets.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that
Next,
the Carolina Panthers right now ranked 21st in offense. They are 26th passing and 10th best running offense in the league. So you can't overlook it, but I think Bryce Young, he's more accurate than Justin Fields. He does scare me getting the ball to his receivers down the field.
this game has everything written for the Panthers to be a trap game for the Cowboys.
100%.
And that's my concern with this. The Cowboys need to go in there. They need to play the football they're playing. The defense needs to continue to grow and work together as a unit and build that chemistry. We lose this game, it's because it's a trap game.
Do you think Dak's going to perform like he did last week against the Panthers? Continue this MVP kind of run?
There is no reason why Dak Prescott does not continue to play that the way he is playing. His confidence, you can just see it in him. His confidence is at an almost high right now.
Shadi was saying that.
He is just so he walks with a swagger, and it's not a cocky. He's such a humble kid. I am so proud of Dak Prescott. And so proud that he is our quarterback, because
this is so different than last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Yeah,
I told you.
Are these working? These earphones? These headphones?
they-
What?
I
There
hope
once
so.
upon a time
Did
where
he
he told
just
me to
say-
change my dog's name. I mean,
Yeah.
now he's a Dakota Rain Project fan. That's
Well,
awesome.
because you know why? He stepped up and he's starting to play NFL football.
So JP can keep his dog now?
The name.
He
The
didn't-
name. You
He
can
doesn't
name
have to
the
put him
name.
up for adoption.
His name-
No, I
or-
didn't say you didn't have to put up the dog for adoption.
Just change
I
the damn
just
name.
said
his name was
change the
never in
damn
doubt.
name.
His name was never ever going to be
His name
changed.
was his dog's Dakota and Dallas. I didn't want the dog to be a loser like Dak when he was not playing good football.
All right, so the Dallas offense, total offense yards per game, were ranked 1 in the NFL.
Sure. That's not the concern, right?
Right? Passing offense, we're ranked 3rd. Scoring offense, we're ranked 4th. Rushing offense, we're ranked 8th.
Not bad.
So top, probably one of the best offenses in the league right now. The problem is our defense, right? We
I was
just went
gonna
over
say,
that.
you're gonna get
Guys,
Kills me.
listen
Kills
to
me.
this, though. Listen to this. The Dallas Cowboy defense only has to get better, in my opinion, is somewhere and find themselves somewhere in the middle of the pack. If you have an explosive offense like we
Can't get any
do,
worse.
and pray Bryce does not become accurate all of a sudden.
you
Better
cannot
than
score.
Fields.
We cannot score 50 points a game and think we're going to win and beat good teams. But we can score 30 points against good teams and play middle of the line defense and win games.
We have 4 draft picks, first round draft picks. Why don't we make a move right now in the midseason to get somebody to bring him in to make that defense better?
Who
To
do you
get us-
want? Who do you want?
I don't know.
What,
You
we got a month before the trade deadline?
right.
So you're looking
It's
already?
too early.
You got your eyes on anybody?
Too early. Too early. We got guys coming back from. You just said this. We had guys coming back from injured reserve. We're playing okay football. If we can get to our bye week, what's it in 2 weeks?
It's week 10. so
Okay,
it's
all
a-
right.
it's a
So
ways out.
it's about a month out. But my point is that it's way too early to make that
Well,
play.
week 8 is the trade deadline, so you have to do it in the next couple of weeks. We're going to week 6 now. We only have 2 weeks left. We got to make a move. I think with those draft picks, we traded Parsons to get Kenny Clark to help that run defense, but you also took those picks to invest in that defense this season. Like Jerry said, we're going to look at all options. We're going to look at all options. We have 4 first-round picks. We're going to invest in the draft, and we can probably make a move in midseason. And he said it. So do it. Go find somebody. Like there's Bradley Chubb for the Dolphins. They suck. There's guys on the Jets that are probably better than what we have right now. Is Sauce Gardner available? They're 0-5.
Well, he sucks.
Sauce Gardner doesn't suck. He let one play at the Pickens that was like that Pickens just beat him on. Was like they were like hand wrestling going to the end zone.
Just wanted to see you go off.
Oh, whatever. I would take Sauce Gardner on our.
He is good.
Side.
I agree.
I'll give him Diggs. You know what I mean? Give him Diggs for Gardner with a pick.
Speaking of Diggs, real quick, did you hear Diggs came out, took some accountability?
You were so pissed about Diggs at the Packers game that you I want him gone. I want him out of this game.
I was so angry. He was standing on the sidelines, not playing. He was standing on the sidelines, not playing. It was starting. It was the starting.
And what did I tell you? He's been benched for some disciplining thing.
So he came out and he said, "Hey, I feel great. It wasn't me. The coach felt that I needed to be on the bench." He pretty much called himself
Get off the damn field.
Yes.
He got killed, dude. He was so bad that game.
So now he's on your good side, Lombardi.
Yeah, he took some accountability.
He took accountability.
It's not easy.
Unlike
for these
Jerry
guys,
Jones.
The Lombardi is a roller.
That's not the wrong. That's not the right finger.
Hanging out with Lombardi is like a roller coaster. Dak Prescott, Trevon Diggs. You don't know what Lombardi you're going to get. It's kind of rough. You know what I mean?
That's what makes the show so great from week to week. You never know which Lombardi's going to sit there.
You don't know which Cowboy team you're going to get. What do you expect? You want me to report on the Cowboys? I don't know what team I'm going to get.
Yeah.
You're right there with them.
Come on, man.
All right. Well, let's see. Is it time? Any last points or concerns related to the Panthers before we get to our picks?
No, it's a must-win game.
Yeah,
you can't afford to.
Yeah.
We're going into the toughest part of our schedule. Once we get past the Panthers, we got the Broncos, the Commanders, and once we get past those two teams, it's the Chiefs. We got a lot of hard Lions, Eagles. It's gonna get tough and tougher as we go on. We have one of the toughest schedules in the NFL, so you have to win the next 3 or 4 games to be a playoff contender going into after the trade deadline. So
I agree. This is a must win. This is a must win. We're 1-2-1. I'm sorry, we're 2-2-1.
Yeah.
And this is a must win. We go 3-2-1. That you're in the mix, and
sounds
you're
like
looking
a soccer
at
score though. I can't get over it. It sounds like a
gross,
2-2-1.
Or
Sounds
hockey
so weird
record.
No,
yeah,
it's a must win. I agree.
Must win.
I agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah. You know what else I think is a must though is before CD comes back, I think we need to see some more consistency. We've got it from Dak, and maybe it's because he's spreading the wealth a little bit. But can Pickens repeat what he did against the Packers? And I know it's only been 1 week, one game after the Packers against the Jets. Maybe he comes out this week and he has another big one. But without Lamb there, it can't be a new number one every week.
But Pickens was locked up by Sauce Gardner. No, you say
that's
he
a good point. Really good point.
I don't mean he sucks.
He's good. He's really good.
He is good.
So I don't blame Pickens for being that distraction and being locked up by Gardner and giving Flournoy and those guys another give them their time.
Yeah.
Ferguson's been. Let's not forget about Ferguson. He's been fantastic.
2 TDs, touchdowns. Not since last season, a year and a half ago. We didn't even mention Jake Ferguson, but let's talk about him for a second.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns. What did he have? 33. 33 yards, maybe 4 or 5 catches. But he has not had a touchdown in about a year and a half.
Every time Dak's in trouble, he looks 87.
Yeah.
He looks where 87 is.
Yep.
He's always the guy he's throwing to when he's under pressure and he's got to make a first down. Ferguson is been so clutch. And we have one of the best tight ends in the league.
So not only the tight end with Jake Ferguson, what Scotty is bringing up is a good point. What I think we're missing with George Pickens is this. The reason why Dak is so successful is if you watch when Dak has to get rid of the ball quickly within seconds before taking a sack, it's either to George Pickens or Ferguson. It's a George Pickens slant or it's a Jake Ferguson over the middle. And they are consistently catching the ball.
Wait till we get CD back. It's going to be even better.
Yeah.
I
hope
think
so. I hope it's just more weapons, more options for Dak, and he can just pick them apart, pick the defenses apart.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 272 yards, I think, Ferguson. I don't know if you mentioned that, Lombardi. He's got 200. Yeah, I know you said the 3 TDs. He's got 272 on 41 receptions this year so far, averaging just over 6.5 yards per catch. Yeah. He's definitely a go-to. And as you said, JP, when he gets in trouble, he's the first guy he's looking to is Ferguson.
Right.
All right. All right. Well, let's get into our picks then. First, we mentioned that we would update the standings. And boy, if Monday Night Football, if Trevor Lawrence didn't stumble, pick himself back up, stumble again, and then stumble and bumble, as somebody likes to say, his way into the end zone, we'd be looking at a 3-way tie after 5 weeks between us three at 45 games apiece. Instead, Trevor makes it to the end zone, gets away with the win, and therefore we are at 46, 46, and 44. That's JP and Scotty P tied for the lead at 46, and Lombardi at 44, just 2 games behind.
I'm coming after both of you.
Whew, it doesn't get much closer
after
than that.
both of you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's look forward here to week 6. First one, those aforementioned Chiefs who just suffered that difficult and tough loss. They are at the Lions on Sunday Night Football. So 2-3 Chiefs, 2-3 against the 4-1 Lions. Who you got, Lombardi?
I like the Lions in that. I'll be quick. I just feel like the Chiefs are not as strong this year. They're vulnerable. They're weak. And I love Campbell. He always has his team ready to go, and they're playing with some momentum, and I think they knock off the Chiefs this week.
It could be a trap game for the Lions, but I'm taking the Lions. I mean,
The Chiefs, a trap game.
I mean,
huh?
it's
Who would
Mahomes.
think?
It's Mahomes. I can't and then the Detroit Lions secondary is beat up right now. So I think the Lions are going to win. They have a better team, but you can never count out Mahomes. Ever.
So when you say trap game, usually when people say a trap game, they're looking past the team that they're playing.
The Lions could be looking past them because I think the 2 and 3 they're not clicking. The defense has been terrible.
Campbell doesn't allow trap games. You see Dan Campbell, man? Come on, man.
All right, so you're going, JP, you're going with the Lions.
Yeah.
And it's not a trap game. This one I don't think is easy as it is, particularly coming off a tough loss.
Do you need help?
I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I don't know why. I don't want to go there,
help,
but I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I need help in so many ways, Lombardi. And I'm sorry, but you can't help.
Oh my God.
Unless you get some sort of certification or
That's another show, Scotty.
degree.
That's another show.
That's a whole nother podcast. All right, second game, 4-1 49ers at 4-1 Buccaneers. JP, who you got here?
I'm sticking with Mac Jones and the 49ers.
Oh, wow. Speaking of people roller coasting and changing their opinions from week to week.
Yeah,
right?
Mac Jones looks like Joe Montana in that fucking red and gold. It sucks.
And I'm going to go with the Bucs. I think the Bucs are going to come out and shock the world.
Yeah, I think the 49ers have been skating by the skin of their chinny chin, and Baker's going to give it to him, I think, at home. Buccaneers for me, Buccaneers for Lombardi, and JP's going with his new favorite QB, Mac Jones. All right.
Say that.
3-2. His new favorite QB, I said it, Mac Jones of the 49ers.
Yep.
JP loves him.
Awful. Awful.
All right, 3-2 Seahawks at 4-1. The surprising 4-1 Jacksonville Jaguars. Who you got, Lombardi?
I like the Seahawks. I think that's a trap game. I think the Seahawks come and knock the Jags off.
No way. At home, you just saw what the Jaguars did to the Chiefs. They have been great all year. There's something there with that coach from the Tampa Bay there, Liam. What's his name? Liam.
Cohen? Is it Cohen?
Liam Cohen, yeah. Duval. I mean, I kind of.
Can you do that again?
Duval.
Yeah.
Like, here we go.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
No, that's what he does.
Yeah, it's awful.
That's what he does.
Awful.
And I there's some buzz with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, they brought back those retro unis. I'm all in on the Jaguars. I like them. Let's go, Jags.
Scotty, what do you got? Who do you got?
All right, so you got Seahawks, you got Jags. I'm going with the Jags, too.
Let's go, Scotty.
You think I picked the Chiefs coming off the loss? You think I'd go against the Jags?
Wow.
But I'm not. The Seahawks, I get them wrong every time I pick the Seahawks. If I pick them, they lose. If I don't pick them, they win.
Perfect. Thank you.
He's criticizing you, and he's behind back 2 games from us. I mean, like the balls in this guy.
Yeah, hey.
I'm not 10 back. You make it sound like I'm lost here. It's 2 games.
Yeah.
It's week 6, 2 games.
Yeah.
You hear those footsteps? He's right behind us, JP.
What the hell is wrong with you? 2 games.
All right, so you think are you convinced, though, the Jags are for real?
I think so. I think they're definitely for real.
They're going to be there?
I think they're a playoff team.
Yeah, they are,
Yeah,
right?
they're a playoff team.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement with that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Cowboys 2-1. Cowboys. I just love saying that. At 2-3 Panthers. We across the board here.
I'll go first this week so I can get my 30 seconds in.
1, 2.
No, I definitely think that this is a must-win game for the Cowboys. I think this is going to be a game where we're going to come out lights out on offense. Defense, if we can get off the field like Diggs was saying, I think we definitely have a good shot of blowing this team out. So Cowboys all day long. I'm not really worried about it.
Stop the run. Stop the run first. Eberflus, come out with a good plan to stop Dowdle, and we win this game. Dallas Cowboys win the game.
Yeah.
I am worried about it. I am not as confident as you are, JP. I'm going to pick the Cowboys because I'm hoping they realize how important this is, and this is not a look-past game. But I am concerned.
Can I give a JP shout-out? I'm surprised you didn't pick the Patriots game to talk about because they've had this big win in Buffalo.
I'm surprised you brought it up.
Yeah, I mean, no, because he's a big Patriot fan too. I was wondering why you didn't bring it up.
Well, because they're playing the Saints. If they were playing, I should have brought it up last week against the Bills and made us make those picks. You know,
I can't believe you did that. We almost got through the whole podcast.
I'm just trying to be
without talking about Patriots.
Without talking about the Patriots. You bring it up.
Scotty's our guy. I'm trying to help him out.
Thank you, JP. That's why you're my favorite host.
Yeah,
closet Patriot fan.
Never.
Mac Jones.
Never.
Mac Jones.
Never.
And now,
starting to become clear.
hey, Scott, do you want to talk about the Patriots this week? Oh, they had such a great win.
He's on to you, JP.
Wow.
All right. Well, we got that to think about. And you guys, please comment. Do you think JP's a closet Patriot fan? I'm openly a Patriot fan and a Cowboys fan. It's a long story.
Got love for you, Scotty.
All right. I'm with you, JP. All right. Well, that's the time that we have this week. That's our show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting and contributing to the conversation by making your comments down below. We want to hear from you. Maybe we'll talk about your comments next week. So please come back. Tune in again next week. Hey, Jerry, this one's for you.